What is up, YouTube? Craven White Show here again, back with another video for you. This one, we're going to come at a different angle. As you can see, I got it up right now. We're going to go over a different kind of Blue Eyes decks today. I can see a lot of, I have these cards. What can I run? How can I build my deck to, be the best that it can and beat my buddies? Some people don't want to run it super high competitive level. Some people want to run it, with just their buddies. I think I built like 6 or 7 decks with Blue Eyes only. Not really only. Some of the higher competitive decks run all 3: Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and Red Eyes Black Dragon, as you can see right there. That is my Blue Eyes Dragon Link deck. That is my non-Chaos Max variant. I will also show you the Chaos Max variant as well. And all of these decks are all, they're all in the process of being worked on. They're not 100%. Yes, you can play, whatever you want in it. I'm sure you could fit another Levianeer into these. It's just, this is the best, at least my thoughts on the easiest to play for the casual players. Cheapest. I went through a couple of different criteria when I was looking at how to build these decks, and win. Like how much can you win with it? I tried to really build it. Like, as you can see, for the casual play, it's very limited on the threshold, but the speed should be really nice because I focused on very heavily on boosting the draws. That way you always have cards in hand. You can consistently keep playing. So what I'm going to do here, hop over to the browser side, and then we'll go through the different builds and stuff. Go over like how the decks are played. I'll probably go over how much it'll cost to build it. And the relativity is how hard it is. Will you need a lot of knowledge to run it? Not just build it. Will you have, you have to figure out the combos. You have to know, how easy will these decks be? So let's head over to the browser side so we can go through. As you can see, this is the Blue Eyes Dragon Link deck that I produced. This one is a little bit more on the competitive side. This would be the one that I would recommend if you're, going to your locals with heavy Dogmatica, Dino, stuff like that. Very, very high tier dueling. I would recommend this if you want to play Blue Eyes. The side, for some reason, it won't show me very well, but these are the most impactful in the meta right now. Nibiru's, Kaijus, Phantasmes, Dark Ruler No More, and then another extender. This is pretty common for Dragon Link. You just won't see this. You'll see this, just all this. You probably won't see this. Won't see that. This will be in it. This probably won't. But most of this stuff will be replaced with like hand traps and stuff. The boards are also very limited that these make. They pretty much make just like a Boral Savage with spheres and Saryuja lockout. I mean, it's very limited on what it actually does. So what we'll do, as you can see, Blue Eyes Dragon Link, casual Blue Eyes. We have the casual / competitive entry competitive Chaos Max, which if you're just entering competitive scene, the Chaos Max is the best. And you want to run Blue Eyes. There's a ton of decks out there that you can run that aren't going to have Blue Eyes in it. They're going to be good competitively if you want to play that way. But if you want to play Blue Eyes, I do recommend Chaos Max. People, depending on how competitive your locals are, they may still mop the floor with you. That's your entry competitive Chaos Max. I have the 2.0 Dragon Link. I probably won't show that. Dragon Link Max, which is the Chaos Max build. One card guaranteed Chaos Max with Dragon Link. Entry competitive, just Blue Eyes, non-Chaos Max. And then I also have just a Red Eye Savage Dragoon Max. This was back when I was running O-Lion, but there is a way that you can run the deck without Dragon Link and still produce the Dragoon Savage Chaos Max Lockout. I'll go over that maybe a little bit later. So, if you're just looking for a casual build, gotta run 3 Blue Eyes. I believe that the Blue Eyes in your deck should have different pictures because they all have different personality. I don't really like that alternative, only has one picture, but it is what it is. Gotta have 3 different ones. So, this is pretty standard. Levineer, your rank 8s. This, you could put whatever you want here. This is very limited, but this is what, the minimum. Twin Burst, not expensive. Silver, or Azure Eyes, not expensive. Blue Eye Spirit, non-expensive. Hope Harbinger is a little on the meh side of price, but, definitely good. And the Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. There's multiple different things you could also run. You can run Lynx. But this is, as I said, casual Blue Eyes. So there's a couple of things that you could definitely do differently. I just thought the Exceed and the Synchro and the Twin Burst, this is going to be where most of your battle is at, unless it be someone like a Blue Eyes from a Revival Rhapsody or a Return of the Dragon Lords or a Monster Reborn. Mostly with this build, you want to just keep flooding the board. You'll just maybe get a couple Hope Harbingers, a couple Photon Lords, other rank 8, stuff like that. Maybe, if you wanted to be a little bit better, you could look into like a VFD or a True King of All Calamities, something like that, because you do run the 2 of both stones, which the stone is a great in a Blue Eyes Dragon Link. It doesn't even need to be Dragon Link in this build. Is really great when it combos with Halqifibrax and Link Cross with Blue Eyes, because you can just bounce the white stone, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. But with the rest of the build, I don't really, 3 Maidens kind of weird for me, but just as solid start. You gotta have the tuners that you can play, because this will also help you with your like if you use the True King, like this is 1 star, this is 1 star, these are 1-star tuners. So if you open this and this, and then maybe like a Monster Reborn, or because this will give you Revival Rhapsody, and then if you're able to maybe bring one back with Levineer or something, you can make a VFD decently with this deck, not super complicated. And then, like I said, draw. You want to get the cards. Draw. I know these are banned, but we're talking about a casual Blue Eyes. So you could definitely put something else in here to get the draw, but draw. Reborn, and then you get more summons. Really it's the best casual version. It really doesn't do it justice, but that is a decent start for, as some would call, pure versions of Blue Eyes. What we'll go into is a casual / entry competitive. We'll go to Blue Eyes first, just plain Blue Eyes instead of the Chaos Max version. So this one, it's a little bit more limited because I don't recommend running 3 Blue Eyes on a competitive level, just because that is a lot of brickiness. You're going to see that a lot, and you do, but you don't want to see it. Like, you don't want to open it, and that's what I always keep my 3 ofs at. If the 3 ofs are something you want to open, like you want to open a Seyfert. 3 of. You want to open a Sage with the Eyes of Blue. You want to open a Melody of Awakening Dragon or a Chaos Base. That stuff you want to open with. This one is a little bit more focused on the rank 8s with the True King of All Calamities. Like I was saying on the other build, this could easily be replaced. This one is entry. You have a slight Dragon Link package going with how Firebrass can link cross. You definitely would recommend running that. If you are going to play competitively, it's not too different from the last build. It's just more focused on a competitive edge. Maybe I would drop a Melody or something, but this is just a baseline because with the rank 8 competitive, most people like to run the dangers for the extra draws. That makes up for the things like you're losing on a Pot of Greed. I don't run trade in that, or I do, but it's 2 and not 3. There's a bunch of different things that are done differently, but it's still close to the same kind of run style. Now, Chaos Max is where we get into a little bit of a wild card. Now, I personally love Chaos Max. My competitive deck right now is Blue Eyes Dragon Link with Chaos Max, 1-card combo. It's just insane. It took me forever to figure it out, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one running it. But something like this, this would be where I would recommend you want to start, casual/entry competitive Chaos Max. With this build, you got to toe very carefully because there is 3 Blue Eyes here. Now, because of the constant draw and cycling that's going on with Manju and Zaborg and the Imps and maybe Pot of Desires. You want, because if Pot of Desires hits these, you're very limited. But also at the same time, say you got to toss one. The Bookstone and the Pencil Plume can help you out a lot. Most of the time, what you want to use is you want to start with an incantation and then go into like an Inception. Like if you already have a Chaos Max, you want to get the Inception to get the monsters off your field so you can use your extra deck. If you want to add in a little bit more of a Dragon Link variant with like the black and white dragon and stuff, so it's a little bit more competitive, and that's okay. My next build will be full Dragon Link with the limited Chaos Max engine. So definitely something you can look into if you would like. Pot of Extravagance, you're not using much of your extra deck. You usually get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more in here. And then the only reason you hold on to Herald and Tis is for Zaborg, the Mega Monarch. So that's another way to get the imps off the field if you have to use it. Everything else in here is pretty self-explanatory if you know anything about Blue Eyes with Chaos Max. Double piercing, 4K. He just wipes the floor. I mean, most decks don't have any kind of defensive position safety protocols, I guess it would be called, because they're not anticipating just getting bammed. They're not, even most competitive decks. Like if I just, Herald's on the field, if he doesn't negate it and I put it on the board, you're taking pretty heavy damage or something along those lines. Now, I'm going to go into my Blue Eyes Dragon Link again so we can discuss a little bit more, because now that we've been through like the casual/competitive entry Chaos Max, we'll go into the standard Blue Eyes, and then I'll go into the Chaos Max version because it is a little bit more intricate, and it requires a little bit more knowledge of how you're going to run the deck overall compared to, this is a little bit easier to run. Chaos Max is a little bit, it's bigger brain. So for this build, like I was saying before, you are running the Blue Eyes, the Dark Magician, and the Red Eyes. The pretty standard Black Metal, Darkness Metal, Levianeer, Absa Router. You got to have the draw. Noctovisions are great for that. Silver Rocket to combo off with the Rocket Tracer at the end so you can produce your Boral Savage. your black and white dragon, Phalanx, your extra deck lockout, and then your white stone, which is your dedicated Crystron Halqifibrax summon. Because you summon him, and then you go into Link Cross, and then Stone goes into Formula with one of the tokens, so then you already get one Blue Eyes in a draw, and then you go into Martial Metal Marcher, which then brings back the White Stone, and then you can go into essentially the. I mean, you could put Chaos Max in this build, which is exactly what I did in my my Dragon Link Chaos Max, and it would run almost close. The only issue is you can't get all the way to the Herald. You would max out on the Martial Metal Marcher here. So you can't. You have to summon a 2-star off of Halqifibrax or Vylon Cube. Like, this is why you have to run. You have to use Dragoonity Phalanx in the Chaos Max build off of your Martial Metal Marcher, because it's 2-star instead of 1-star. Because it'll go into Martial Metal Marcher, and then it will go into Herald instead of Formula Synchron and then into Martial Metal. I was trying to figure out a way that I could fit it all together to summon this off Halqifibrax. I was trying to figure all that out, but it just doesn't mesh unless I put in just a 1-star non-tuner, which I have been bouncing around slightly, but it kills the consistency. After that, we have our Chaos Space, 3 of, part of the 1-card combo, World Legacy Succession, Extender, Quick Launch Extenders, World Legacy Guard Dragon Extender, Living Fossil, which I guess I don't need to run this. I'm not quite sure why that's in there, because you don't have the Vylon Cube. I think I put it in here just for a little bit of like more extender, but you don't have to run it because we're only at 42 cards. You're also running the summon limit and the normal Dragon Link, Divine Lance, Dragon Ravine, and Boot Sector Launch. Summon limit's really good. Great going first tech. If you're facing any kind of really summon heavy decks, it's great going first. Great to open it. If you make a full board, you set it, your opponent goes, and then your opponent's kind of like doubly screwed, because you normally want to get the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword equipment onto with this build it would be Boral Savage, but with Chaos Max you're going to want to equip it to Chaos Max. So it really just depends, what build you're running, how you want to do it, but this is great. And a lot of people are running Mystic Mine, but this is just better. I like it better. And then we'll go into my Chaos Max build, my Dragon Link Max. That's what I have dubbed the deck, Dragon Link Max. So one of each. If I could summon the White Stone off of Halqifibrax, I'd probably run 2. But you only want to, even if you see it in your opening hand, you go into Saryuja, it's getting, shifted back anyways for Advanced Ritual. This deck will play through 2-3 hand traps. It's really insane. 1-card combo gets you, it will get you to Saryuja. And then from Saryuja there, you're producing, multiple big monsters. You can produce this, Chaos Max, Union Carrier with the extra deck lockout with 1 card. You're either looking at Black Metal or Chaos Space. Those are your 1-card combos. I will go through the Dragon Link Max combo once, and then I might go over the regular Blue Eyes combo once, just to give you guys a little bit of a teaser for them. There are videos on my channel for those specific builds, but I'll do it real quick. I'll turn on an easy bot or something. Pretty much the same thing as the Blue Eyes build. Noctovision, Silver Rocket, Wyver Bursters, Triple Tracer. The real difference is Vylon Cube instead of White Stone, which is the required Halqifibrax summon. But you have to use the Halqifibrax in the 1-card combo. You can, but you don't have to. It does require an extra card to use it. But like I said, you don't have to. I'm trying to figure out like a secondary play. I may in time remove World Legacy Succession for like Pot of Avarice, so I have some recovery or something. And the extra deck on this is pretty similar to the ones you saw before, or side deck, I'm sorry. And then the extra deck, Dragoon, Savage, 2 Heralds. I run 2 Heralds because the Vylon Cube abuse play gets you Chaos Max. You special summon Vylon Cube with Christian Hawk Fibrax. You go Fibrax into Cross. You make 2 Heralds with 2 cubes with Living Fossil. The 2 Heralds make the Union Carrier and sets up the extra deck lockout with the Buster Dragon Sword, and that's all 1 card. So depending on how you want to build it, really not really easy to run, but you're probably looking for the Dragon Link Max. I would say my build, the video I just posted not long ago, yesterday, was close to $300, but that was over time. My most recent was the Max Gold, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and Red Eyes. That was the most expensive. Shout out to my future wife allowing me to spend $50 on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. She's giving me a kind of, I can't believe you're shouting me out on a YouTube video right now look while she bends over. But like I was saying, this one, if you don't go hardcore on the rarities and stuff, you're probably between 225, 250 on the low end. The Blue Eyes Dragon Link, you're, I would think, pretty close to that as well. A lot of your expense is going to be Dragoon, and the Anaconda. Last time I checked, that was like the whole package was like $80-$90. But you don't have to run that. That will cut the cost significantly. It's just great. It's great. Casual / entry competitive, Chaos Max. This one you're probably 100 to 125 maybe. Along with these ones, you're probably, this one might be a little bit more. Some of the danger stuff is a little bit on the uppity up. But you could definitely run it a little bit on the lower end. This is the one where I think is going to be the most, because you are running a lot of, well, not really a lot of, but some fringe cards in here. Chaos Max has multiple different versions. I run the Secret. These have different versions. I believe I have the shiny one of that. I have the shiny one of this. I think I have a shiny that. I think I have an upgraded Monster Reborn. It just depends. I think I also have one of the upgraded World Legacy Guard Dragons. It just depends on how you want to run it, what you want to do with it, and then what how much you want to put into it. So what we'll do here, I'll go into a quick custom bot. You know what? We'll do a Blue Eye. We'll do a face off. But I'm gonna run my Dragon Link Max just to give you guys a little. So almost bricked here. Boots Heck to launch. So we're good. So what I guess I'll do is I'll just summon this. He goes into there. He summons off that. Goes into Romulus. You want that draw and the search. You want that on Romulus. That summons. That goes here. You go Link Cross. Link Cross effect. You go into Martial Metal. Extra Metal summons Phalanx. You go Herald. LP for Phalanx. Back for that. Yes. For 1 Herald. Chaos Max. You want to summon the Brotor. Brotor effect. Give me a dark. Send. Oh, dang. Alright, let's just do that one. Levianeer. This one becomes that. That. Summons Brotor. Yuja. So I'm gonna want to dip that one. Send this back. Keep that. Send this back, and then send Darkness Metal back. So just because I know I need to get one more light into the grave, that's the main issue. Is you gotta get. Because you have to be able to banish 3 lights. So 1 light, 2 light, and you got to get 1 more light into the grave for you to be able to bounce the Herald with the Levianeer to get the full combo. So this right here is, you have your Alky Firebrax. You could, I didn't even use that whole combo, or you have your Dragoon. So this will probably end up being my Dragoon. I also have the way to make the Monster Reborn to bring back the Herald as well, but the combo is with the Levianeer. So, gotta get him to grave. So we'll go like that. Special summon that with 1, 2, 3. Special summon that. Use the effect. Special summon the Herald. So then we go activate to make Herald Dark. Then we want to do 1, 2 for the extra deck lockout. Get the other half of the Chaos Max play. So then put Chaos Max on the board. Send the Blue Eyes. Equip the Chaos Max with the extra deck lockout. Summon the Tracer. Oh, that's right. I used Silver Rocket, but I guess I'll just have to do this. Should have kept the boot sector launch in my hand. Like I said, I probably should have, instead of going into the Anaconda or something a little bit earlier, should have brought out the Herald. That'd have been a cleaner way to do it or something, and then you can make the Boral Savage like that. The only issue with that now is when I activate to put Dragoon on the board, I will not have a card in my hand. But other than that, there you go. And he's not going to do anything. He's going to, oh yeah, Melody. Just let that go. Ooh. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, Incantation. Let's negate that one. Oh, and he does it. Nice. Brotor. Just keep that bad boy on there. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that extra Herald. Equip that Chaos Max. Just give it that 6K. Enter that battle phase. You get run over. And you lose. Oh, no. Close. Alright, but you guys get the gist. So really, looking at all the decks and everything, it really comes down to how you want to play it, what you want to play, how much you want to spend. Oh dang, it's been 30 minutes, so gonna hop off here. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Good for the channel, stuff like that. Looks like my time's not wasted doing it. So let me know. Other than that, we'll see you next time.